Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. We're gonna jump straight into this look. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. So first I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Primer. This is in the nude shade. Gonna put some of that all over my lid. You probably don't need to put as much as me. That was a mistake, but it blends out nicely. Now I'm going to use this Sacha Cosmetics Quad that I have beat up and destroyed. I don't know what this quad is called, but that's what it looks like. And I'm gonna take the cream color and put that all over my eye. I'm going to use this flat eyeshadow brush. I will put what the name of it is in the description bar, and I'm just going to load up my brush. And this look, like the way I'm going to place the eyeshadows, I think it's a pretty universal way to place eyeshadows on many different eye shapes. So I'm just going to pat this all over my whole eye. As you have probably heard a million times, placing a shadow all over helps with blending colors later down. Now I'm going to take just any old regular eyeshadow blending brush. One like this, one like this, one like this, like anyone. I'm going to use this one here from Color Cosmetics. This is the blending 311 brush, and I'm sticking with this palette, and I'm going to go into this bronzy shade. It's a satin color. Hold on. Right, so why the hell am I orange? Okay, so I'm taking this bronzy shade, which is a satin shade, but it does not look bad in the crease, and I'm gonna place that directly in my crease, the outer edge of my eye, and even blend upwards, and then blend upwards in circular motion, gently fading it between my brow bone color and my crease color. This is what you will hear most people call a transition shade. And I'm blending that all the way in the crease, concentrating the color mostly on the outside and fading it as I go in towards my nose, and then blending it in a circular motion onto my brow bone. Even kind of blending over the brow bone color, but with less pressure and less product. See, so like that is what you'll end up with. Then I'm going to take this pointed blending brush from Coastal Scents. This is the BRCNO4 brush, and I'm going into this dark brown here in the same Sacha Quad, and I'm going to concentrate that more on the outer corner of my eye. So you're gonna see me, I'm just gonna like place it there and put it a little bit right in the outer corner of the crease, and then as we blend it, we'll diffuse it more. And I'm gonna start to blend it. And I'm gonna go back with the brush I use for the bronzy shade, I'm going to dip a little bit in the bronzy shade and then start to blend around the edges and over the dark brown shadow. Even wiggling my brush like so. Oops. Dipped into the wrong shade. Then I'm gonna go in again with the brush that I used for the all over color. Just to kind of clean up some edges. I want to diffuse here some more. I'm gonna even use my finger because I feel like I went a bit overboard with it. Right? And you could easily stop your eyeshadow here, put on some mascara, and you're perfect. But I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to dip into the bronzy shade and put it on my lower lash line like so, and then I'm going to take the same brush, dip into the dark brown shade and just concentrate it on the outer corner. Right. Now at this point you could use any pop of color that you want. You can match it to your outfit, match it to your mood. Generally you would use a bright color. You could use any bright color, any bright shimmery color, any bright matte color. I want the color to match with my flowers, so I'm going to see what eyeshadow I have that is the closest thing. What eyeshadow I have that is the closest thing to peach. I really don't have a lot of peach eyeshadow. Or maybe I'll make my own. I'll mix orange and pink. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the eyeshadow primer, put that on this inner corner of my eye for a nice sticky base. Then I'm gonna take the same pointed brush that I use the dark brown shadow on. I'm gonna clean that brush off. I'm gonna mix 3 colors just for the heck of it. I'm gonna use this Sacha I'm going to use this Sacha eyeshadow 3.0 in Magic Pearl, which looks like this. And I'm also gonna use this other trio that is called Alicia too. And I'm gonna dip into the yellow, dip into the pink, and dip into the orange. Just trying to make a sort of peachy shade because I don't have that eyeshadow. Okay, so even though I already have a eyeliner tutorial, I'm just going to do it really quick. Maybe you'll see. Maybe this will help. So at this point is where you'd want to put on lashes if you're fancy like that. I'm not, because I suck at lashes. So I'm just gonna do a little cleanup because you could, I kinda messed up my eyeliner. So I'm just gonna go over it with some eyeshadow. Whoops! So let's do our mascara, and I'm gonna use the Benefit Nope. The Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which I think is a pretty okay mascara. Tell me that the Jordanna Best Lash Extreme Mascara can't do that. Like, it's just okay. I also find the wand is a bit too big for my small eyes and short lashes. Like, if I didn't have one eyeliner, it would have totally got all over my eyelid. Ow. And I poked my eye. God damn it. Alright, so I just applied mascara to my lower lash line, and now I'm gonna put some of this same LA Girl primer in my waterline to kind of brighten it up. I honestly find that this primer works well in the waterline. It's a nice creamy color, a nice brightening color, and it kind of stays. And I poked myself. Just be careful. I'd recommend doing this before you do your lower lash line mascara. So yeah, that doesn't look unnatural at all. So let's go through the face makeup real quick. Anastasia Beverly Hills cream concealer. I used it once, and honestly I really don't care much for it. And these are the light to medium ones. So the shade I'm going to use is going to be a bit too light for me, but I'm going to go over it and with a darker powder. Okay, so I'm using this shade is 3 or 4 or 3.5. This is 3.5. If you are like me and you cannot resist the people free thing, even though it is clearly not your shade, let me show you how, because I have a whole Nyc Cosmetics eyeshadow palette with a bunch of light shades that I do not intend to waste. Like, I wouldn't wear it to go out because it's just too much work, but when I'm home and I'm playing with makeup, I'd use it out, and I'll show you how I make it work. It's really not anything like super impressive. This little tiny brush that I was using actually came with it, so I'm gonna put just a little bit on my nose so it doesn't look as flat. A little bit on my cupid's bow, a little bit on my chin, a little bit on my forehead. These are not areas that I want to highlight because my forehead is big and I don't really care for a prominent chin, but I'm doing it to help balance out the rest of the makeup. Very little on the forehead. If you would like to see a very dramatic way of highlighting and contouring your face, I got a vid on that, man. So head over to my channel, check it out, peep that out. Just click on videos and you'll see. So now that we've done that, I'm gonna go under my eyes with, you guessed it, Sacha's Buttercup powder, which is quite yellow, and the more you use of this, is the more the yellow shows up. So I'm basically going to put a little more than I usually would underneath my eyes, so the color will help the concealer not look this light and crazy. It's not really baking, but it's not baking. That's cool. And then I'm gonna go with this powder brush from Color, and just kind of blend up. And I'm trying to take the excess powder and brush that all over my face. I'm not going to powder my entire face because the L'Oreal True Match is pretty matte. So and since I'm not going anywhere, I don't need to set my face. And I prefer a dewy look anyway. But it's good to powder. I always powder my face when I'm going out very lightly. It helps everything else that you put on your face blend better. Helps to control oil, helps your makeup last longer. You know what? I am going to dust a little bit of translucent powder all over my face. I'm going to use the Nyc translucent powder. Same color brush. Oops. Too much powder. I'm just going to stamp it around my face. So this is just to help with blending my bronzer and my highlight and my blush. And then I'm gonna lightly make sure it's nice and even, and it has gotten everywhere. Beautiful. Now I'm going to put on bronzer and blush with this Jessup brush that I got off of eBay. I'm going to use the usual Sacha Cosmetics blush, and I'm just going to tap between the pink and the orange. Just kind of rest that on my cheek first, like so. And because I usually keep my blush to the back of my cheeks, that's just my preference, because I find it looks weird when it's on the apple when I don't really have an apple. I don't have a predominant apple on my face. And then I'm just going to blend that in circular motions with a light hand. Then a little bit of bronzer for my forehead, which I find helps. I like putting bronzer mostly just on my forehead because the perimeter of my forehead is naturally darker than the rest of my face, so that kind of brings back that effect. Kind of brings back the dimension. And you will always see me when I'm done blending. I will do this. I'll just go all over, which kind of helps to tone down the forehead highlight, because when your forehead is like mine, you don't really want to highlight it that much, and it helps to blend everything together as well. It's a light hand, so you don't got a halo forehead. Like, that should not be a thing. I'm gonna do just a little bit of contour with the same brush because I'm gonna take pictures and I want to help bring some dimension to my face for the pictures. Remember, if you're doing this for real life, blend for like a 5 minutes, because you should not be walking around with a brown streak on your cheek. And it rhymes, so you know I'm right. Gonna put some on my jaw as well because pictures. I should be a little more zoomed out, shouldn't I? My bad. Around my jaw, and usually whatever is left over I just kind of tickle it right under my nose just to help it look a little more lifted. And I'm even gonna just squingy brush whatever is excess and just pass it down the side of my nose. I didn't really make much of a difference, but whatever. Now I'm gonna use my new favorite highlighting brush, which is this fake Real Techniques bold metals brush. This is the blush brush, but the way how the brush is shaped and tapered, and there's a lot of edges because of the way it's cut, it just creates this product perfectly and packs it on, which I kind of want right now, you know. And I even want to slightly dampen my brush, because I feel like when you do that and you use this e.l.f. baked highlighter, it makes it look more natural when you put it on your cheek, because it isn't as shimmery and as textured. It smoothens it out, you know. I'm gonna use the Scandinavia, the finishing makeup spray in bright. This is the bridal version. And while I'm here, alright, I'm gonna that spray nice and settled on the brush. Tap it gently into the highlighter, and first I'm gonna tap it on actually, because the brush is wet, like it's still damp. If I was to swipe it on, it might risk, I might end up moving some of my foundation. So I'm just gonna pat it on first. Pick up some more product. Sometimes I even like to just rub it on my hand. And I'm just gonna gently keep patting it on until I get the opacity that I want. I'm gonna pat it on. I'm pat. Highlight my nose a little bit because I like the way that looks. And then I'm gonna blend the highlight down a little bit. This Princessa, I think the name is gone. It's just a brown lip liner. Gonna line my lips. Then I'm gonna use the LA Girl Flat Finish Pigment Gloss in the color Fleur. I'm gonna go over it with the NYX Butter Gloss in Vanilla Cream Pie. Okay, and that, guys, is the finished tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want to keep up to date with my videos that I try to put out at least once a week, but I try, okay? Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.